Hey guys, Michael here from michaelsherlock.com. Today is June 14th, 2010, and let it be known, Microsoft's E3 press conference was today. Now I say that because I actually forgot about it until I saw it on Twitter, twitter.com/blue42richman. So I apologize if this video is a little bit later than usual. But let's get started. Microsoft likes to start off their events talking about their gaming libraries. So of note, Halo Reach, we saw some new footage. It's looking really cool, and it'll be launching in September. Some more games. Gears of War 3 was announced. Fable 3 was shown. They talked about Metal Gear Solid Rising. All of these games look really good. Of course, it's really easy to make them looking good with pre-recorded trailers, but I really think that the gameplay, particularly for Halo Reach, Gears, is going to be really great. And of course, the people behind Metal Gear Solid know how to make quality games as well. One thing I found quite interesting was Call of Duty Black Ops. They showed some more footage, and this is that Cold War era game, first-person shooter. We haven't really seen anything in that era up to this point, so the storyline is really interesting me, and of course the graphics will be great as well. Although it's being developed by Treyarch instead of the different company, which I forgot off the top of my head, that made the Modern Warfare Call of Duty games. And just of note, Xbox Live will be getting DLC early through 2012, so expansion packs for Call of Duty games, the DLC will be coming to Xbox Live, and then a few months later it'll be coming to PC and PS3 or PSN. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you want the latest and greatest, it's going to be on Xbox. Now they've also improved their Zune music. They've added that to the Xbox interface, so now your Zune library is available on your console, so you can use your pass to listen to all the music you want, and then play it through your home theater system, play it through your big screen, whatever the case may be. So it's not just on your computer or just on your Zune anymore, it's a bigger audience. Now what really interests me was ESPN 3 is coming to the Xbox Live. You need to be an Xbox Live Gold member with a telecom that supports ESPN 3, so Comcast, Verizon, I believe. This will be HD and will provide over 3,500 live streaming sports events. That's college football, Major League Baseball, etc. with instant replays, highlights, polls, interactive viewing experience is what they're aiming for. And it's really looking cool. I mean, it's really nice now that we have these internet-connected devices, Xboxes, cell phones, whatever the case may be. And now we're really starting to grab all the content. So now on your TV, you have the cable that you're paying for, you have the games, you have the Zune music, you have the sports. So it's really all coming together. Next up, I want to talk about Project Natal. Well, actually, I want to talk about Kinect because it's been renamed Kinect. What's really nice about this is when it connects to your Xbox 360, when it sees you, it'll recognize your body, it'll launch into the Kinect-powered dashboard. So if Kinect is off and you don't want to use it, you can still use the standard dashboard that we've become accustomed to, but if you do have it on it, and you have one, of course, you know, it'll see you and log on to your specific profile. So if you have multiple people on the same Xbox and you have different profiles, when it just sees you, it will log on to that particular profile. And what's nice is Kinect is not just going to be for games. With that dashboard, you'll be able to control it completely with your hands, arms, or even your voice. So you can say, Xbox, play music, and it'll start playing from the Zune music. You could say stop, it'll stop, play game, it'll launch the game, play video, stream video, whatever the case may be, all with your hands, all with your voice, and it's really a nice feature. Another thing, because we know that there's obviously cameras on the Kinect actual hardware, Video Kinect, which is their video calling feature, but it's a lot more than just video calling, because with this new Video Kinect you can watch movies, news, sports, all that together with the friends that you're chatting with. So I could have a chat with you, I'm talking to you, we're saying, hey, how's it going, what's the weather? And then I can say, oh, you want to talk about the weather? Let's talk about the news instead. Switch over to the news. Or, hey, what did you think about the goal that the United States scored on England? Well, let's go flip over to sports and get a live replay of that. It's really a nice immersive social aspect that they're implementing with Kinect, so it's not just gaming. But when are we going to be able to get our hands on this, and how much does it cost? Well, Microsoft didn't tell you how much it's going to cost. They don't want you to know, of course. They just want you to throw all the money at them that they can. No, of course I'm just kidding, but they really didn't tell us how much it costs. But they did give us a launch date, November 4th, 2010. They did tell us they'll be launching with 15 titles, including Kinect Animals, which is sort of like Nintendogs, so you'll have these animals that you can play with. Kinect Sports, so there'll be different sports that you can play with your body, of course. Joyride, which is a car racing game, so you can steer like this and just use your foot and it'll accelerate. Kinect Adventures, which is an adventure game. Your Shape, which is sort of like Wii Fit. It's an exercise regiment type of thing, get you off the couch, get you moving. Similarly, Harmonix is launching Dance Control. So it's not like DDR where you had an annoying mat and you were limited to the mat, this is, Kinect, so it sees you and you dance along and you just follow the game. And there's also, among others, a Star Wars game which LucasArts is launching, which is actually pretty cool. You could have lightsaber battles, and you could actually, fight, and it's really pretty interesting. I really think that Kinect has the opportunity to be a really unique and immersive gaming experience, because not only is it motion controlled, like the Wii and even the PlayStation Move, I think that's what it's called, I'm not 100% sure, but you don't even need, a Wii Mode or a PSN, PS3 wand. It's just your body, so it really has an edge over those two things. Of course, it depends on if it works well, but from everything, all the testing I've read and all of the demos I've seen, it seems like it works really well. But the biggest announcement, I think at least, is the slim Xbox 360. As they say, it's sleeker, smaller, and whisper quiet. Of course, my Xbox 360 is definitely not whisper quiet, anything from it. What I think is really interesting is they've actually, in a smaller design, they've actually integrated the power supply into the case. The power supply, these power bricks, had two problems with them. First of all, they were so big, and second of all, a lot of them were responsible for overheating and red ring of death issues that people have had. So now that they're in the console, it's one less ugly thing you have to see, and maybe since it's in there, it's not going to have those overheating issues because they ventilated it better. It's going to have a 250 gigabyte removable hard drive, 802.11n Wi-Fi built in, not extra, because we know the N Wi-Fi dongle costs, another $100. And that's going to be $299 shipping today, so it replaces the Elite. The white Xbox will stay at $199, and the arcade is going to drop to $149. Now, with the white Xbox, it's kind of interesting. It's still the same design, that we've become accustomed to. But if Wi-Fi costs $100 extra to get that adapter, then a lot of people are going to say, well, you know what? If I'm going to pay that and I'm going to get Wi-Fi down the road, why don't I upgrade to this slimmer design? It's better. It's more pleasing to the eye. It has the Wi-Fi built in, etc., etc. So even though they're keeping these lower prices on the market, and I do think having a $150 or $149 price point for the arcade is really aggressive for Microsoft, I think that the Slim is going to quickly become the most popular model. I definitely see why. It really looks pretty cool. It's glossy. I'm not the biggest fan of glossy, but it looks really nice. It's definitely smaller, and they say it's not going to have as many problems with red rings as we've seen in the past. So those red ring issues are really nice to see resolved. So again, I'm Michael Sherlock from michaelsherlock.com. What do you think is the most interesting thing that's come out of Microsoft's keynote? Do you think it's the games, the demos of Halo Reach, and the DLC exclusivity that they're going to have with Call of Duty? Do you think it's ESPN3? Because frankly, that's a huge thing. I'm a huge sports fan, and having ESPN3 right on there, right on my big screen, is going to be a nice thing. Do you think it's Kinect, and do you plan on buying a Kinect in November of 2010? What do you think the new Slim Xbox is enough to push you overboard and actually have you purchase one of these new consoles? I'd love to hear your input in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.